everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this is Super Bowl Sunday on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be...
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Cleveland Browns taking on the NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. After all the talk, it's time for football, and here we go. Super Bowl 55 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Under center, it's the 2017 Heisman Trophy winner as you get a look at Baker Mayfield. Play fake. Mayfield. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And got his man complete. A big play there on the first play of the game. 41 yards. Well, how about a deep ball on the first play from scrimmage, putting that secondary on notice?
Brandon, all I remember when I was a player is that we always took a test the night before the game about teams' tendencies and what they plan to do. I'm not sure we think deep ball right out of the gate and putting us back on our heels.
And he gets it down to the 32. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. And we peek at the defense now for Philadelphia.
Malcolm Jenkins entered the NFL as a cornerback and has transitioned to safety, but still retains his good coverage skills.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 15-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least she gets something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. And a reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. On first down, they run with Howard. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
This is Howard on 2nd down. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Olivier Vernon with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mayfield, 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. But plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. The distance was never the question there, but he gets a friendly bounce to carom that thing through the uprights.
Yeah, and when you're trying to hit from 50-plus, you got to expect the ball's going to slide one way or the other. So he's pretty fortunate there. He's able to bank this one in. Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
That factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Two minutes remain in this opening half of Super Bowl 55. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Wentz going to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
2nd down and goal. Wentz, and he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Myles Garrett, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Throwing is Wentz. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So he had a chance to get him on the board there, but unfortunately that big yellow metallic structure in the back of the end zone, it had other plans.
And that's when we're kickers watching it the whole way saying, oh no, don't hit it. Rats.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Mayfield to throw it. It's caught by OBJ. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. And off the deflection, it's caught. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. So we've reached halftime. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated. Ready to go for the 2nd half. Both teams ready after the halftime spectacle, and we are back underway in Super Bowl 55. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They run with Howard. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Kirksey able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. You change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield, and they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 21 yards. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10, and he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game. They go play action. Mayfield. It's brought in by Harris. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop him?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd and 1, Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They'll run with Chubb. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
It's a team game, and sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Vinatieri's kick is good, and that will make our score 9-0. Same story continues. He's the only one that scored for them, their kicker, with all the points.
So now when we hear the chants of MVP, they're definitely aimed at him, because he has been the only guy who's put points on the board in this game.
Kickers are always either the hero or the GOAT. So far, he's definitely the hero. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Flushed out right, and he's going to keep it here. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
That's it, baby. Hey, let's get in that hole. 657. Let's go.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now a play fake. Wentz gonna look deep for Jeffrey. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia, with the first touchdown of this Super Bowl, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And the Browns getting set to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now first and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Tackle that time by Sidney Jones. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Now Chubb. They got a yard on first, 2 on second, and 3 here on third. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So now Wentz and the Eagles down 9-6, a little under a minute to go. They need at least a field goal to send this Super Bowl to overtime as they come up on first down.
Hey, Delta. 53, check 53. Let's go.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Myles Garrett in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Wentz. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first